afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. Brady Mallory's in for Susan. We're just talking. It's only Thursday?
Friday Eve.
Friday Eve.
Tell yourself
there
that.
You go. There you go.
We can do this.
Glass half full. Let's tell you what's topping the news today. Millions of dollars coming to Wisconsin after a settlement with opioid manufacturers are in limbo after Republicans on the state budget committee blocked a spending plan.
And we soon may learn more about what led the FBI to search former President Trump's estate in Florida, as a judge says he may publicly release parts of the document that led to the search warrant. And
star quarterback Deshaun Watson will miss most of the upcoming season after reaching a deal with the NFL on a suspension over allegations of sexual misconduct. Nice August day out there today.
Oh, we have a different view of the flowers today. We were aerial
well, the drone crashed. Well, that's a good sign. Yeah. Pollinators are out.
Just out there doing his work.
But we have increasing chances for rain. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out in the backyard. Enjoy the weather while you can.
And into every life, a little rain must fall. But, you know, it's nice to enjoy the dry weather that we have right now. Visible cloud track shows more clouds through the northern portions of our viewing area, and especially up into central and northern Wisconsin. Right now, we've been free of precipitation through most of southern Wisconsin, but there are some showers and thunderstorms north of La Crosse up toward Eau Claire that are moving more east than anything else. So areas north of the Dells, north of, say, Richland Center, over toward Princeton, those areas might see a little bit of rain this evening. Most of the rest of southern Wisconsin should be precipitation-free. And you can see on 3-hour future track radar, the majority of the precipitation staying north of our viewing area into central Wisconsin. Current temperatures right now, 79 in Madison. Most areas right around 80 degrees. As we zoom into Dane County itself, you can see right now 79 in Cottage Grove, 81 in Verona, and 80 degrees in Belleville. Otherwise, look for temperatures to drop off into the upper 60s by late evening. Again, a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. The best chances will be in the northern portions of our viewing area, at least for this evening. As we check out first warn traffic right now, the roads are in pretty good shape. Here's a live view of the Belt Line at Park Street. You can see traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. Looks like the flex lanes are open as well. Right now, not seeing any problems on the Belt Line, I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. To the south, no problems on I-39, 90 down toward Beloit, or I-94 eastward toward Milwaukee. Heading up to the north, I-39 into central Wisconsin in good shape. I-90, 94 heading through the Dells and over toward Toma, also moving at the posted speed limits. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary. Well, first at 4, Wisconsin is receiving $400 million from the nation's 3 largest pharmaceutical distributors as part of a nationwide opioid settlement. But the state's plan to spend the money won in an opioid lawsuit has been put on hold.
That's after the legislature's budget committee blocked the plan without giving much of a reason. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on where this all stands. Will?
So when the state wins a suit like this, the governor's administration usually has to go through the legislature to get permission on how to use those funds. That's what happened this time around due to a law passed last year. But the Republicans on the budget writing committee blocked the state's plan, saying that they want to improve it. But they haven't given more details than that, and the committee co-chairs were not available today for an interview. So what's in the plan? The Opioid Initiatives Director for the State Department of Health Services says it's about meeting the needs of the state.
The need for treatment exists statewide. It just looks a little different when we compare our urban to rural areas.
So in rural areas, that could mean access to providers. And in urban areas, that could mean having enough providers to meet the high demand. For parts of the fund that would go towards boosting the state's infrastructure, that means things like renovating old buildings or adding new ones to meet that rising demand. So what does that further delay mean for combating the state's opioid epidemic? We'll discuss that with the state's Attorney General tonight at 6.
Thank you, Will. Madison police are investigating after someone shot a man in downtown overnight. Officers were sent to the area of East Main Street and Blount Street at about 1 a.m. and found the injured man there. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. As of this afternoon, police have not arrested anyone, but police say they believe the shooting was targeted and there is no current threat to the public. Meanwhile, the Dane County Medical Examiner has identified a man who was stabbed to death on Madison's north side last week. 35-year-old Larry Fullilove was found on Mayfair Avenue late Friday night with stab wounds. An autopsy confirmed he died from those wounds. His death was the 6th homicide recorded in Madison this year, but police are still working to identify a suspect.
A federal judge in Florida may approve the partial release of the affidavits supporting the FBI's search of former President Trump Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. During a hearing today, he signaled the public should see at least some of the document. And in New York, a top Trump organization executive pleads guilty in a tax scheme, cutting a deal that could make him a key witness in a trial against the former president's company. Deborah Alfarone reports from Washington.
A federal judge in Florida is ordering the government to take steps to release the legal document that supported the warrant for the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago. Major print and broadcast media organizations, including CBS News, asked U.S. Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhart to release the affidavit over the objection of the Justice Department.
Judge Reinhart seemed to have a very good sense that it is his job as the gatekeeper in this case to perform his function of balancing the interest in the public of accessing these materials against the interest in the government in keeping them secret.
The DOJ says making the affidavit public could serve as a roadmap to the government's ongoing investigation, chill future cooperation by witnesses, and harm other high-profile investigations.
They tell us that the investigation not just is at the beginning, but what they expect to do later on, why they think that the obstruction of justice statute was in fact violated.
The judge is giving the government until next week to propose redactions to the document and says he is not prepared to find the affidavit should be fully sealed. In a separate legal battle Thursday, the former CFO of the Trump Organization pleaded guilty to 15 counts of fraud and tax evasion. Alan Weisselberg is accused of receiving more than $1.7 million in off-the-books pay from the Trump Organization. As part of the plea deal, Weisselberg may be called to testify against the former president's company in a related trial. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
And the judge in New York agreed to sentence Weisselberg to 5 months in jail at Rikers Island and ordered him to pay nearly $2 million in restitution.
U.S. health officials are launching a program that sets aside a pool of 50,000 monkeypox doses for different cities and states. Many of those vaccines will be available in cities with upcoming gay pride events. In order to stretch supply, the FDA has approved splitting each vial of vaccine into 5 doses to be injected just under the skin. The CDC now reports more than 13,500 confirmed cases nationwide, with New York and California topping the list of states with most cases. 98% of the cases are occurring in men with a median age of 35. The vast majority have occurred in men who have sex with men, but health officials stress anyone can get monkeypox.
Well, first it was droughts and heat waves that dominated the weather in Europe. Now it's downpours and storms. Heavy rains have slammed into a parched continent. The baked soil is giving the water nowhere to go. There's flooding in London. In Paris, the city received almost its entire monthly rainfall in just 90 minutes, sending a river down into the subway. And despite getting so much water, it still isn't enough. Experts in the UK say months of rain are needed to refill reservoirs and to end the drought.
Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has reached an agreement with the NFL following accusations of sexual misconduct. Watson will serve an 11-game unpaid suspension and pay a $5 million fine rather than risk missing his first season with the Browns. Watson was accused of sexually harassing and coercing the women during massage therapy sessions while he played for the Houston Texans. The league had sought to ban him for at least a year for violating its personal conduct policy.
Well, here's news we like to hear. You could soon see the Wisconsin Badgers on WIC TV as part of a new record-breaking broadcasting deal for the Big Ten. The conference announced a new agreement with CBS, Fox, NBC, and the Peacock streaming platform. The agreement is worth $7 billion beginning next fall. In 2023, the 11 a.m. Big Ten games will be seen on Fox, and the 2:30 afternoon games will be on CBS. NBC will have the primetime games. The 2:30 Big Ten games will replace the SEC football games CBS has been showing on Saturdays. And the Packers' first home preseason game of the year is tomorrow night, and fans will notice some changes at Lambeau as they go through the gates. The team wants fans to know ahead of time that the stadium is now entirely cashless, meaning only cards or contactless payments will be accepted. New ticket scanners will also be in place, which aim to get fans into the stadium quicker. Traffic patterns outside the stadium have also changed due to construction in the area, so you might want to plan ahead.
Applying to paint a series of murals inside of a Madison building it just seemed natural to Laleda Gee. Today, those murals went from concept to creation. Gee and a team of volunteers from UW-Madison painted 5 murals inside UW's South Madison Partnership Building on South Park Street. The murals exemplify the power and poise of black women in a neighborhood where Gee grew up and ultimately went to school. Now, she says having others paint the murals, well, that felt like a little like handing over her baby. But she says the end result, that was rewarding.
It's been beautiful because I feel like when you touch it, when you paint it, when you get that close on it, there's I hope a transference of understanding about the beauty of black women and women of color that the volunteers have been able to have.
Start to finish, the process took 6 weeks between the application, selection, and design. He intends to do similar projects in Madison, especially on the south side, in the months and years to come. I love watching all that happen, such talent.
It really is. It's beautiful work.
Yeah.
Good for her. Well, still to come at 4 at this point, the race for governor in Wisconsin is neck and neck. That's according to the latest Marquette Law School poll.
The poll's director, Charles Franklin, joins us next to run down the numbers and what lies ahead in the next 3 months before the midterms. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
At Prudential, we can't tell you when your kids will finally go out on their own. But we can at least make sure that when they do, you're ready. That's why millions rely on us for the rock-solid strength that helps you plan for and achieve your retirement dreams. Whichever road you take, who's your rock?
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're 2 peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about sizzling savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 22% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Hey, welcome back. Not much of a surprise, but liquor sales rose dramatically during the pandemic.
Hard seltzer saw a huge increase, but now something new is gaining popularity. In the past couple of years, dozens of new hard seltzer brands have popped up, but after a huge rise, sales are now starting to fizzle, down 10% this year. And while seltzers remain very popular, another drink is taking up space at stores: canned cocktails containing spirits like vodka or whiskey, where hard seltzers were malt-based like beer. Sales for the ready-to-drink products is taking off, up 55% this year.
You're really ready for this canned cocktail moment.
Owner of Dogfish Head Brewery, which started as a beer company but has extended now into canned cocktails. But while canned cocktails are making a buzz, analysts say trends can shift as tastes change.
Well, some parents may need one of those because as kids head back to school, families looking for supplies, they are feeling the inflation pinch. The National Retail Federation says families with students in K through 12 can expect to spend an average of $864 on school supplies this year. That's $168 more than back in 2019. To help ease that pain, the nonprofit Back to School America gave out more than 8,000 free supply kits to Chicago students. For parents who get sticker shock when they go to the store, here's some advice from Kelly Glass, who writes about parenting for the website Kindred by Parents.
Parents be getting in the car and going back to school shopping in person, or should they be ordering things online that then get shipped to them?
A mixture of both, right? I do what I call pre-shopping online, seeing what deals the stores have, but also checking inventory, because what we don't want to be doing is hopping around from store to store.
And wasting that gas money.
And wasting that gas because it's expensive.
Glass says there's one key thing parents should not do: stress. She says try to make back-to-school shopping a positive and exciting experience to set the tone for your kids this school year.
Well, you helped us collect hundreds of school supplies for area kids, and now they're getting the chance to pick them up. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County are giving out backpacks and other school supplies collected during this year's drive later tonight. Families who registered ahead of time to receive the supplies will be able to get them from one of 3 locations. There's an abundance of donations this year, meaning there are also extra supplies for families who didn't register.
I think that when kids come and look through their backpacks, I think they get excited because this is all new stuff to them. This is giving them that choice of picking out what they would like. I think they get excited about being able to feel prepared for the first day of school, so it kind of alleviates a lot of anxiety.
Distribution is set to begin in less than an hour at 5 o'clock. We'll have more on this later this evening on News 3 Now and on Channel 3000.com. Stocks finished higher after a choppy session. The Dow Industrials added 18 points to close at 33,999. The NASDAQ up 27. The S&P 500 tacked on 9 points. Well, the first Marquette Law School poll taken after last week's primary shows a close race for governor and a not-so-close race for U.S. Senate.
Poll Director Charles Franklin is back with us. What can we determine from the turnout of voters?
Well, turnout was very high in the Republican primary, not so high on the Democratic side, though not negligible. But, of course, the Democratic primary effectively wrapped up a couple of weeks earlier when 3 of the top 4 candidates dropped out. I think the high turnout in the Republican primary is interesting. It was a hard-fought race. In the end, Tim Michels won by about 5 points, but that wasn't obvious that that was going to happen in the last week or so.
And we expect Democrats to show up more for the midterms.
Oh, yes. I think one thing that we found in this week's survey is Republicans and Democrats are equally likely to say they're certain they're going to vote this fall. 83% of Republicans, 82% of Democrats. Good deal lower, 66% of independents. That's kind of typical.
You know, Michael's pulling out in front of such a marquee name, former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish. I mean, is this a proof that the Trump factor still very much exists in politics?
Yeah, I think what we see in the survey is that among Republicans here in the state, 77% have a favorable view of former President Trump. And so the force that he holds within the party is really strong. At the same time, he's quite unpopular with the public at large. So it's a double-edged sword, very effective within Republican primaries here and as we've seen around the country. But as a matter of the whole electorate, Trump is very much underwater on favorability.
All right, let's look ahead to midterms. Head-to-head in the Senate race, it's Mandela Barnes ahead by quite a bit.
By 7. That is outside the margin of error. The governor's race is inside the margin, but the Senate race, Barnes pulls ahead. He was ahead by 2 before the primary, is ahead by 7 now. The difference is that both parties are 90+% behind their party's nominee. But Barnes is doing very well with independents right now, whereas Evers is just barely ahead with independents. That's the difference between the two races, but it's also how Mandela Barnes gets a 7-point lead at this point. Always the caveat, this is August. It's a long, long ways to November.
And Johnson's been the underdog before.
He has, and he's come back before at least twice, if you think his late entry in 2010 made him the underdog then as well.
All right, let's look at the governor's race. It is tight.
It really is.
Very tight. A 2-point margin now. And there, for Evers was ahead by 7 in June, but that was when Michaels had just recently gotten in the race. What we see is for Michaels and, for that matter, for Barnes, they both got a good deal better known over the course of the summer.
Commercials will do that.
They will do that. And both of them benefited from that greater knowledge. Barnes's margin improved by 5 points. But Michael's margin improved by 5 points. So here you got two opposite parties. But after the primary, both of the challengers did 5 points better in the margin on their races. There is still reason to continue advertising, though. 34% say they don't know enough about Tim Michaels to have an opinion of him, and it's 41% that don't have an opinion of Mandela Barnes. So the campaign this fall is surely going to alter those numbers as people get to know them, and the campaigns will try to make their guy look good and not so good from the opposition.
Well, beyond the candidates, there's no shortage of issues. What is going to bring those voters out there in terms of those?
Yeah, that's so fascinating. We asked about 9 different issues. Inflation, not surprisingly, is the #1 issue on our list. Gun violence, crime, and abortion in 4th place out of the 9. At the bottom, coronavirus. But there are very different priorities between the two parties. Republicans put inflation in 1st place, but crime and illegal immigration are high on their list as well. Democrats, on the other hand, are much more concerned with climate change, gun violence as opposed to crime. The two parties see those in different lights. And then abortion is the 3rd most important for Democrats. So you'll often see these parties talking past one another in the sense that Republicans are concerned about one set of issues, Democrats about another. And independents kind of mix them. The top independent concern is inflation, but the second is gun violence. So on the one hand, they look a little bit more like Republicans that put inflation high, but then they also look more like Democrats worried about gun violence, and independents put crime down towards the bottom of their list.
And 3 months from now, that inflation number may be very different.
It may be. One of the striking things, and kind of a surprise to me, is concern with inflation has risen every survey since last summer until now. And it dipped down 7 points on concern this month. And that follows the fall in gas prices that we saw during July and early August. And the consumer price index was flat in July compared to June. It doesn't mean overall inflation is less than it was a year ago, but it does mean in the short term both of those have moderated. And so I was really interested to see the public opinion shift in the direction of those macroeconomic measures, because often things happen in the economy and public opinion doesn't necessarily follow them. But in this case, it still came down. Still the #1 issue, nevertheless, but it did come down some.
So independents are going to be the key here.
I think they're very important. Like I said earlier, Evers with a 4-point margin and Barnes with a bigger margin with independents. Big, important thing.
Yeah. 3 months to go, I'm sure.
Long 3 months.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
Well, they were the mechanics of their day, but over time, the need for blacksmiths dwindled.
That was the case way back in 1989, but we found a blacksmith adapting to the times. It's our Traveler Throwback Thursday when Live at 4 continues.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's warehouse clearance sale with savings up to 40% off, plus instant cashback and free financing. 2-piece living room sets from $7.99, sectionals $9.99, queen mattress just $2.99. Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have one in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold DC liberals accountable.
What's so great about being a Pick and Save Boost member? Free delivery on the Pick and Save products you love, and more rewards like double fuel points. Boost by Pick and Save Fresh Perks, a new level of membership starting as low as $59 a year. Learn more at pickandsave.com.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Senator Johnson's working family define him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by 2 loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the two traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Back to school means big savings at A1 Furniture. Mattresses for $149, sofas $399, flip-flops $299, dressers $149. Up to 40% off store-wide plus instant cash back. The Back to School Savings Event, only at A1 Furniture.
Well, take a look at this. You think you have bad luck. It's nothing like this San Jose, California resident. His home has unfortunately been the site of multiple crashes over the years. How many exactly? 23 times. What? 4 times they've gone as far as the kitchen. Every time this has happened, the family's been home. Thankfully, insurance has covered most of the run-ins, and the city says it's looking into altering the intersection's layout. But for now, the homeowner is playing defense with poles, fencing, and rocky landscapes.
Maybe some bubble wrap, too.
I was going to say, can't they put like a couple of maybe concrete pedestals there or something?
I think he did. He put rocks in the yard. This is a different story altogether. I'm not sure why you're seeing that. Anyway.
Well, the weather comfortably warm right now. We are looking for increasing chances for rain as we head into the weekend. Of course, you don't want the rain on the weekend, but at least we could use a little bit. And we'll see a pretty nice forecast for next week. I'll have the first warm forecast in just a couple minutes.
If Tim Michels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michels.
Now is the time to switch to Spectrum Internet. America's leading internet provider just got even faster, with speeds now starting at 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds to game, faster speeds to stream, faster speeds to work or learn from home. All with 99.9% network reliability. Get Spectrum Internet for just $49.99 a month, plus a free modem and free online security software. Call 877-906-9192. Add advanced Wi-Fi to get enhanced security for your home network, automatically blocking outside threats to your devices. If it's connected, it's protected. So no matter what you do online, you can do it faster, safer, and more reliably with Spectrum. Now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Internet with faster speeds for the same great price. Just $49.99 a month with starting speeds of 300 megabits per second. Visit Spectrum.com to find out more or call 877-906-9192.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
Migraine attacks? You can't always avoid triggers like stress. Qulipta can help prevent migraine attacks. You can't prevent what's going on outside. That's why Qulipta helps what's going on inside. Qulipta is a pill, gets right to work to prevent migraine attacks and keeps them away over time. Qulipta blocks CGRP, a protein believed to be a cause of migraine attacks. Qulipta is a preventive treatment for episodic migraine. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and tiredness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Qulipta.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I don't think anybody's going to complain about the weather today. Temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. And for the most part, we've been rain-free. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for another day tomorrow with highs in the lower 80s, but that'll probably be the last one for at least a few days. That's because we have some chances for rain coming in. Now, a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm tonight. I think the best chances this evening will be north of Madison, but a better chance starts to arrive during the day tomorrow, and the best chances will be from Friday night into Saturday as a storm system moves almost directly overhead. Sunday, those chances drop off a little bit, and then we see some dry and pleasant weather for the early part of next week from Monday through Wednesday. As we look at the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, you can see the up and down temperature swing. 82 tomorrow and then down to the mid-70s for Saturday. We go back up to around 80 midweek, and then those temperatures drop again toward the end of the week. And every time the temperature drops and a cold front comes through, our rain chances go up. As soon as the temperatures start to go up, the air dries out and the rain chances go down. And that'll be the trend, like I say, over the next week to 10 days. High resolution Doppler radar right now, you can see some light showers moving out of Adams County north of St. Nacita, and then some scattered showers and thunderstorms north of La Crosse that could make it into Juneau and Adams counties, but most of us will stay dry at least for this evening. The rain chances have been highest in the northern part of the Midwest. You can see the potential for some severe weather starting to develop over parts of western Iowa and eastern Nebraska. Now, the 6-hour future track shows some more showers and storms starting to come in from the west, but notice most of them, at least for this evening, stay away from southern Wisconsin. So again, the higher rain chances will be in central and northern portions of the state, better rain chances out to the west. Severe weather threat for tonight, mainly across Minnesota and western Iowa. Tomorrow that shifts into eastern Iowa and then drops to the south on Saturday. But again, we'll see some showers and thunderstorms there. Any of the storms could produce some brief heavy downpours, but severe weather right now is not expected. For tomorrow, look for a high of 82, partly sunny skies, but there'll be chances for showers and thunderstorms. I think the better chances will be in the afternoon. For tomorrow as a whole, look for some chances for showers and storms. High temperatures, upper 70s, western portions of Dane County, 79 in Cross Plains, out to the east, maybe a couple degrees warmer, 80 for the high in Stoughton. Planning your day for the overnight into tomorrow. Most of the evening should be dry. Showers and storms staying to the north. As we head into the midnight hours, you can see a couple of showers and storms over the western parts of the area. They kind of weaken as they move eastward toward early tomorrow morning into the Madison area. They lift northward, a bit of a break midday, and then the next batch of showers and storms starting to develop in the afternoon out to the west with high temperatures around 80. Rainfall amounts through the weekend, probably about a ½ to an inch in most areas. It'll be a more general rain than the typical rains we've had around here. 7 to 10 day forecast with that dry period Monday through Wednesday of next week, and then the next chance of showers and thunderstorms probably late Thursday afternoon. A slight chance, better chances will be from Thursday night into Friday. But high temperatures, pretty typical for this time of year, mid to upper 70s.
No 90s.
No 90s, no really chilly weather, no widespread rain, but a good soaking rain for the weekend.
Here's a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Gary, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it used to be every town, big or small, had a blacksmith. Well, mechanics are the new blacksmiths.
But back in 1989, we met one man keeping blacksmithing alive with a modern twist. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Forget everything you know about blacksmiths, the forges and bellows, the hot metal and billowing steam. This is what a blacksmith looks like these days. Tom Rupnow is a blacksmith. His blacksmith shop is a Toyota pickup truck. These days, if you need a blacksmith, they come to you. 4 years ago, Tom sold an electronics business. He started traveling around with a blacksmith in Iowa, and he got hooked.
I fell in love with blacksmithing. It just clicked with me. I just liked it. I like animals, and it's better to be out here than in on a desk job.
He learned the craft at tech school, and now at 41, Tom Rupnow travels southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, making barn calls, clipping hooves, cleaning nails, shoeing a horse if need be. Everything blacksmiths have done for centuries. Everything.
I've been kicked a few times, broken toes. Got kicked in the face a couple years ago by a pony. Ponies seem to hurt me more than big horses. And a gentle horse will usually hurt you. Because a gentle horse, you let your guard down. A mean horse, you're always on the ready to get out of the way.
But despite all that, this blacksmith, this farrier as they used to be called, loves his work.
I like it. The hours are long, pay is short, but they say a farrier has to have a strong back and a weak mind.
You fit that bill.
Well, I think I've got the strong back.
A man who truly loves his work. That's not something everyone can say these days. Tom's future is tied to the past.
I think I was born 100 years too late.
Traveling near Darien, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
What did he say? The hours are long, the days are short?
The pay is short. And tune in tonight on News 3 Now at 6 for a brand new traveler. We went to Milton and the Who's Woods Raptor Center, founded by Diana Mahler 25 years ago. The center helps birds of prey through rehab and conservation and education. And boy, did we learn a lot about eagles and hawks and owls and vultures. Dan gives us a tour, and wait until you hear the stories some of the bird educators that now call Who's Home. That's tonight at 6.
Oh, boy.
Who? It's a who's who.
Was that a fun story to shoot?
Yeah, it was a fun story, yeah. Just up close to those birds.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, especially those owls. They stare right through you. All right, so what's next here?
Well, we'll be right back.
They're beautiful.
At iMart Express, you'll save on glasses for classes. For $79, get 2 pairs with kid-safe polycarbonate lenses and a free 1-year frame warranty. Don't let the bell ring before you get a chance to save. A $200 value, all for $79.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event. Simply lock in your order on select Ford vehicles and we'll lock in your rate. Just move on up. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. That's how Ford is supercharging your summer. Now place your order and lock in an annual percentage rate of 2.9% for 60 months on select Ford vehicles.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace supportive care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4Imprint. Yes. I like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer I love it, and 200 team member oh yes. Certainly. You know we got some brand new woohoos.
Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4Imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to awe and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yes. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items.
Wow.
I love it. Woohoo!
Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4Imprint, for certain.
Champion summer savings are here. Don't miss our best window sale. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy. Unlike some other companies, at Champion, we control every aspect of the process. We design it, we build it, we install it, and we guarantee it for life.
Keep the heat out this summer with new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
New at 5, country roads can now take ATV and UTVs home in Columbia County. We ask how the vehicle operators are reacting to a new ordinance and how they'll stay safe.
Temperatures will be warm for one more day. While there might be a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm tonight, rain chances will increase tomorrow and be likely by Saturday. I'll tell you how much rain we can expect at 5.
And ahead at 6, denied. The opioid fund plan posed by the governor has been rejected by the GOP. We look into the impact it could have on those suffering from opioid addictions. That's tonight at 6. Well, the jokes are swarming after a Canadian provincial leader swallowed a bee during a press event.
Didn't the same thing almost happen to Julian yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Well, the internet is abuzz, but he's not the first leader to be bothered by bees. Jeannie Mose reports.
Watch a bee make a beeline into the mouth of Ontario's premier.
It's coming from the health sector. Holy, I just swallowed a bee. Holy, I knew that little bugger. Oh.
Drown that sucker, but instead of being a buzzkill...
I'm good. He's down here buzzing around right now. He has a lot of real estate.
It livened up Premier Doug Ford's press conference.
Holy, he's wedged in my throat. Sorry, guys. A little bugger got away in there.
Apparently, the only sting Ford felt was mockery. Doug Ford's bee created a parody Twitter account, and a fellow politician tweeted a photo of himself dressed as a bee to tease Ford. There was the inevitable remix.
Holy, I just swallowed a bee.
Ford joins the ranks of politicians pestered in public by insects, like the one that trekked across President Trump's forehead and then receded into his hairline. Joe Biden and Mike Pence both served as landing strips for flies. President Obama famously nailed one.
Now, where were we?
But the guy who truly experienced what Ford felt was a reporter.
That led to Chris Wood's death.
The is that? That was a grasshopper.
Did you eat the grasshopper? No, I didn't. Spit it out immediately.
Not Doug Ford. He did show up a couple of days later with a prop.
Hold on. There, I finally got him. He's twice the size that he came in at, I'm telling you.
The actual bee Ford tried to fish out with a finger, lucky to avoid a stinger. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Oh, look at that.
I hope he's okay.
I know. That made me gag a little bit.
Swallowed, I guess it'd be okay.
Good protein.
Yeah.
Would that hurt you, doctors?
It definitely could hurt you, especially if you're allergic to it.
We have a doctor here to explain. Up next, Dr. Robert Passer has the latest medical news, and he'll be taking your calls as well.
And if you'd like to talk to him, the number to call is 698.
No, 608.
608, my bad. 270-9933. A bee got me. That's what happened. We'll take your calls after the break.
For over 40 years, RSVP, the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, has been enriching lives in Dane County.
Both the Madison Senior Center and RSVP serve older adults and are looking to help older adults stay connected to the community. The RSVP Bus Buddy program brings adults to the Madison Senior Center to participate in events like our Health and Resource Fair.
It's a wonderful feeling because so many of these people were scared to get on a bus. They said, I don't know where to put the money in. I don't know how to catch the bus. I don't know where to go. I had one woman who told me just because I showed her how to get on the bus and go out to Easttown and walk around, she said she felt like she was going to the state fair. And so this was total independence for her, just to go out there and walk around and see people and have a cup of coffee.
Tom, why was it that you wanted to get involved in the Bus Buddy program?
Well, I'm a relatively new resident to Madison here, so I didn't know. I wanted to find out about all the nice places in Madison. I got the Bus Buddy sheet listing where we'd be going. They all sounded absolutely fantastic. I signed up for them all. Take me everywhere. But the one place we went I especially liked was Allen Garden in the university area. It's like a miniature old brick. It's the cutest, sweetest, loveliest little garden you ever saw in your life.
Look at the joy that this program brings to people. Thank you so much. RSVP of Dane County, where volunteers make a difference. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Like an eagle protects its head. We all need a rock we can rely on. To be strong. To overcome anything. To be unstoppable. That's why millions rely on the strength and financial guidance of Prudential to achieve their dreams. Who's your rock?
My husband said to give our house more curb appeal. So I started painting. Then I went on Google and looked up the meaning of curb appeal. It said to make it more nicer. So I called Replacement Window Center, and they put in new replacement windows.
Get free installation and 0% financing for 18 months. Free installation and 0% financing. Hurry, call now.
Replacement Window Center. Our name says it all.
Well, as we check out first warrant traffic, it's a good day on the roads around Dane County. The live view from the DOT camera at the Beltline and Park Street. Traffic moving steadily in both directions. Flex lanes are open, but really not needed right now. Traffic is pretty light. Not seeing any slowdowns either way on the Beltline or on I-39, 90, 94. Just a bit of a slowdown just north of the I-94 interchange. As far as travel times are concerned, 15 minutes either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate heading out of Madison. 24 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90. A quick 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warrant traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Dr. Zorba Pastor is here taking your calls at 608-270-9933. Good to see you, Zorba.
Good to see you guys.
So if you go to any health facility in Dane County, UW, SSML, you still have to wear a mask.
You still have to mask up.
What's going on with that?
Well, first of all, we've seen an uptake, obviously, in COVID. And wearing a mask is important to prevent it from spreading. So it's not only to you, but it's also, obviously, to the people who are around you. So those are really very important issues, and that's why we're masking up more and more. The important thing is that we still don't have anywhere near the number of people hospitalized that we used to, and that's because so many of us are immunized, but still, not everyone is immunized. So I always want to remind you, if you haven't gotten immunized, get immunized. It really will make a difference.
And even seeing more at the grocery store, at stores, more people bringing them out again.
Right. So you just bring them out, and if you're in doubt, wear the mask. That really is the important thing to do, because wearing that mask can really make a big difference. And that's why I always say, when in doubt, wear the mask. Be important.
And Dane County is in the high category again.
High category at this moment. Who knows what tomorrow will bring in the next day. And the real issue is with flu season coming up, when we start being indoors, we can expect COVID to spread even more than it has right now.
All right, let's go to Terry in Waterloo. You're our first caller. Go ahead. Terry, you there?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yesterday I went to the hospital to see. Actually, I had a doctor's appointment to see my heart doctor. They took my pulse and everything, and my pulse was over 100. So the doctor asked me if I was dizzy or anything, and it came down to the point where he found out I was bleeding from my rectum. And he found out it was my hemorrhoids that were bleeding. Now, why didn't he cauterize my hemorrhoids yesterday?
Well, first of all, we don't do that on an emergency basis. That's important. But if you're bleeding from your rectum, the real question is, especially if you're over the age, over the age of 45, is to find out if it's from your rectum or is it somewhere in the colon? And that's where it's important for a physician, nurse practitioner, or a physician's assistant to determine when you had your last colonoscopy to make sure it's not colon cancer. And then, of course, we don't do that acutely. One of the ways you do to actually stop bleeding often is to use a sitz bath, something that you can actually buy at Walgreens and so on.
Okay.
All right, up next, Julie from Madison. What's your question?
Hi, my question for Dr. Pastor is why don't Madison public schools reinstitute the mask mandate when obviously we're back to high levels, and if you look at healthcare institutions, they all keep the mask mandate in place. And also the fact that students are not getting vaccinated at the rate we'd like them to be.
Sure. You know, that's a political question. It's not a medical question, but you're right. I think it's really important. You've got to balance between what kids are doing at school and the right thing to do actually from that point of view, and I think they just vote on it and they make their own decisions.
They're recommending that kids wear them, but they're not mandating them.
Right. There are a lot of issues involved. They're very, very difficult issues to answer.
All right. Let's go to James in Partyville. Hi, James.
Yes. I wanted to ask the doctor, I got 4 shots already. I just got my flu shot, and I asked my doctor what about the 5th one, and he said, wait, because something's coming up down the line to get the 5th one.
That's right. That's exactly right. Right now, we do not have the booster that's probably going to come out sometime in September or October. It's going to be a booster. The question is what sort of variant is going to be hit by the booster. The CDC is now looking at the variant that they think should be manufactured. Europe, apparently in the UK, they're looking at a different variant, but there's going to be a different booster in September. That will be the time to get it, and October.
All right.
Janessa from Janesville, what's your question?
Hi, I have a lot of acne, like on my face, and I'm wondering if that's from stress. I'm 44 years old.
Well, definitely, as we know, acne, stress and acne go hand in hand together. There often is the acne that you get as a teenager, and then there's sort of adult acne called acne rosacea. Rosacea is also the common name. This is, if it doesn't get better, talk to your doctor because you may need a different medication that is not the usual over-the-counter acne medication.
Okay, we are out of time. Thank you all for calling. We'll do this again next week? Are you next week? Okay. Yeah. We'll see you then. Thank you, Zorba. We'll have a final check your forecast coming up.
Check out my Playscape 2-piece sectional. The $12.99 price tag makes it great. The 2 colors and 5 decorative pillows makes it greater. The comfy pop-up sleeper with Bobabedic memory foam makes it greater.
Big Boss discount!
Greater.
Senator Johnson's working family defined him. He and his brothers and sisters were raised by 2 loving parents with deep faith who taught him the value of work. As a young man, he shoveled driveways, mowed lawns, delivered papers, caddied, played Little League baseball, and baled hay on his uncle's farm. At 15, he got a dishwashing job at Walgreens Grill and became night manager before he was 16. After college, he married Jane, his wife of 45 years, and moved to Oshkosh to start a manufacturing business with Jane's brother. For the first year, the 2 traded 12-hour shifts. Over the next 30 years, Senator Johnson performed just about every task in that business. He installed and operated the equipment, loaded trucks, kept the books, and sold its products all over the world. His business didn't export jobs, it exported plastic. His quiet but extensive charitable work was never done for show, but simply to lend a helping hand, a value he learned from our parents. He's my brother and my best friend.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
My Blake dining set, table and 6 chairs, or table, 4 chairs and bench in 3 finishes, in dining height or counter height. With Bob's discount, only $5.99. And now how am I going to tie my shoes?
Big Boss discount!
Ready to hit the road, ATV and UTV use has been expanded to some roads in Columbia County. Catherine Murr captures the drivers' reactions and asks how they plan to stay safe in the countryside. Story coming up at 5.
On a mission to rescue and rehabilitate birds of prey.
You're just the underdogs, you know, and you're just rooting for them.
Mark Kane shows you how these breathtaking birds are getting a second life in hopes of one day soaring to freedom again. Tonight at 6.
Well, there's a live view from the WIC Skycam. Lots of sunshine here. The Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam, pretty much the same. No rain across far southern Wisconsin. There are a few showers and thunderstorms around the La Crosse area that'll be heading into northern portions of Juneau and Adams counties. 3-hour future track radar, though, keeps most of the rain north of most of our viewing area. Otherwise, current temperatures right now right around 80 degrees, 79 in Madison, but there are parts of Dane County seeing temperatures around 80, including 82 in Verona and 80 up in Waunakee. For this evening, look for skies to be partly cloudy, just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. The best chances will be north of Madison. Temperatures dropping into the upper 60s by 10 p.m.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffel's. During Steinhoffel's Labor Day sale, get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhoffel's cash, plus a $100 gas reward card. And with Steinhoffel's 60-month 0% financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're 2 peas in a pod. Both career politicians in way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, in today's final touch, it sounds like something right out of a sci-fi movie.
Oh, great. Scientists say they want to resurrect a tiger that's been long extinct. The Tasmanian tiger used to roam the Australian bush before its extinction almost 100 years ago. An Australian research lab is leading the initiative to bring the species back to life.
Okay.
Sure. Scientists plan to harness advances in genetics, DNA, retrieval, and artificial reproduction for the project. Now, they admit since the striped carnivorous marsupial no longer exists, it won't be easy. The lab may have to combine the long-gone animal's genes with those of another animal to create a hybrid form of the apex predator. Did anyone not see Jurassic Park?
I was going to say, did they watch Jurassic Park?
Sure. You know, do what you want.
What could go wrong?
Everything.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow for Friday's broadcast. Have a good evening. News 3 Now.